this and then I'm gonna start recording. I'm doing this for YouTube as well, so this is gonna be on YouTube and Facebook. Let me get the box and all this really funny things out of the way that don't need to be there. Okay, there we go. There we go. There's things everywhere, so forgive me. It's whatever. I'm busy. I be busy, y'all. Look, we finally got labels for our candles. Nefera Blue Lotus. Spiritual Insight. I gotta show two. I'm running two cameras, so I gotta show both of the things. I think I might have to be a little brief here. So we're gonna start the smoke session. We're gonna talk a little bit about what's going on right now. Okay. If you follow me on Facebook, you guys know that I've been tracking this energy, and let me tell you, this energy has just been kicking my butt. Like I have been guided to stay in during these times because I felt like it. I used to go to these rallies a lot, but things have really changed, and I feel like in my experience at rallies like these, because I used to go to Black Lives Matter rallies like all the time, like it was a thing, you know. Whenever I could, um, I would go to the Black Lives Matter rally or go to a rally. I even went to a couple of anti-rallies, okay. And one of the things that I have noticed is that the intensities are starting to be increased. So I feel like the intensity of the energy is increasing, and there is more chaotic energy being spread about all over the world. Like the world is erupting in riots and protests and things like that. So what's going on here in America? Everybody's watching it right now. Everybody is taking cues from us. Everybody is all, it's all eyes on us right now in America. Okay. Let me spark this because I'm going to get a little bit of help of articulating these things to you guys. So, as we were doing readings over the past few months, I have been tracking this energy. We saw a lot of it physically, and we see it in the weather. We see it in storms. Okay, wherever we're seeing it, wherever we're seeing this energy, it's really it's really like a storm. So we are kind of going through this storm right now, and the storm is being perpetuated in our lives in different kinds of ways. Now it's being perpetuated to, it's being perpetuated to becoming from an inner thing, going through inner storm, and now we're going through an outer storm. Okay, so there's this sort of echo about what's happening within us and what's happening without. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm concentrating on two cameras, so I'm chatting back and I can't chatting back and forth is difficult, but I do have to find my charger real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, I can't find my charger, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So this is a little bit ghetto of me to not have my charger. So if I keep going, if I suddenly clock out, it's okay. But I'll have the rest of it on YouTube. All right. Let's just dig into the Akashic Tarot because I think that spirit is gonna have a message for us. All right. So let's just get deep into it right now, so we don't waste any time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. And it's 111. That's so interesting. It's 111, everyone. I can't make it up. Okay. Come on, let's get into the Akashic realm a little bit. Two worlds. So we have the one of, so the one of, so these are consecutive cards in the deck. I shuffle this deck like all the time. So these are coming out side by side, which means, like I said, there's a progression or increase of energy. Um, right here, it looks as if there is a pile of gold on the table. I'm seeing a lot of gold. Like I keep seeing like money opportunities. I keep seeing all of these things. Um, I also see travel. I'm also seeing travel here. And it says on track. So whenever I see on track, this is just letting me know that things are going the way that they should be going. I feel as though a lot of us sometimes don't feel safe because these, um, like what's being presented to us now, sometimes we, have a lot of questions with very little answers. And then we have to go into the Akashic realm to figure some shit out. All right. So the two of worlds and on track. So we have two worlds here. Okay. For some reason, I feel like two worlds are colliding together, or right now there are two possibilities that are two outcomes. It's like you can't write this shit. It's like I don't know. It feels like two worlds are being presented here, and it says two worlds. Like there's the inner world and then there's the outer world. There's the dream world, there's reality, and then we have the realities that is being presented to us through our collective decisions, the decisions that we make as people in reality, and what's acceptable and what's not, social activism, all of that kind of things is happening. So, but it's resounding, it's happening all the way deep within. Okay, it's happening from within to without. Okay, so whether you're out there and you're protesting, or you're at home and you're lending your energy to the protest, whatever you're doing to ground this energy or bring this energy to resolve, okay, is creating this world. Okay, what else do we have here? The Queen of Forces. See, look at these two worlds. And then we have a lunar eclipse. Something about this lunar eclipse too. So we've had a lot of astrological things happen too, which is kind of like accounting for all of this energies that we have. If you kind of like look at the astro weather right now in this moment, you'll see a lot of astrological events happening right now. Um, I also feel like with Mercury retrograde happening, this is when a lot of information does come out, but some of it is still delayed. Okay, but we have the Queen of Forces here. Something about this eclipse, or something about night and day, or the in between, or twilight. The When I say two worlds, this is like what I mean. Like we live in this parallel kind of world where it's one thing one minute and it's another. Oh my gosh. It just tears me. It just like it just it doesn't make me angry. It doesn't make me irritated. It's just a little bit a lot. Just a lot because you get pulled in between. Like you don't know. You're some of you guys are kind of in the middle. Okay, and I feel like you're in the middle of two worlds, but that's where like the magic is. Okay, but you also have to know that you kind of have to teeter in one way or teeter in the other way, but in all aspects you come back to the middle, and you come back to the equilibrium, and return to the self, return within. Whatever you do, whatever extra you do, whatever extremes that are going on for you right now, whether you're doing it collectively with other people or whether you're doing it by yourself at home, okay, whatever you're doing to ground the energy right now, um, is good, because we all can feel that shit. Nobody is not feeling it right now. Okay. You don't have to be empathic, or you don't have to be very psychically aware to feel what's going on. Okay. You can just kind of feel it. It's just in the atmosphere, you know. What else? What other energies do we have here? The bird's nest. The bird's nest. This is building something. Three of Forces. This is feeding. This is nurturing. You know, it's funny because I do see like neat energy here. Like the way that this energy is looking to me, it's showing me beyond what I'm seeing right now. It's showing me like everything that's happening is happening for a reason. It's happening on track. Okay, so I always am out of source because I'm like, yo, are they like sometimes I feel like I'm being manipulated. Sometimes I feel like my emotions are being manipulated. But it's okay because the things that are happening right now and the way that they're happening is happening in the way that they're supposed to happen. Okay, my battery's at 10%, so I might clonk out on my phone, but I'm gonna upload this on YouTube too. So um, if I keep going on YouTube, you'll be able to catch it tonight. All right. The Three of Forces is the bird's nest. All right. Something being built, something being nurtured. A lot of illumination. I think we come to a great truth here. All right. I think we come to a really great truth. Intricacies in industry. Okay. So this is what I'm feeling next. A lot of industries will start to rebuild right now. Okay. So this is, and this is for you guys too. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting I'm doing two cameras. So we have the One of Scrolls, okay, and then we have the Two of Scrolls, two worlds. So it's like we're crossing in between worlds, okay, and once we get into like the more illuminative aspect, when so it's like when a lot of information comes out. And so we get to process it. We get to process everything that we feel. We get to process all of our emotions and all of our and address everything that we need to address, right? There's also the Seven of Scrolls that has to happen. There's also the rebuilding of industries that has to happen, economics that have to happen. Okay, I feel like I feel like that a lot of needs are trying to be met right now with that bird's nest because that's like sustenance, that's food, that's nurturing that you need. Okay, not only in a physical sense but also in something is telling me though that the natural forces of life are just kind of like providing for everyone in its own way. It's working in each individual's lives in the smallest ways, in the largest ways. With intricacies in industry, this is that rebuilding up. Okay, do you see how they are just things have to start from the ground. Okay, things got to start from the ground now. So if you're building ground up businesses, if you're building ground up kind of shit, grassroots kind of shit, the time is nigh. So if you're really thinking about what this opportunity is presenting, a lot of you, if you've gotten your rage and frustration out for right now, because I know that there's going to be more rioting, but at some point you have to kind of, or there's going to be more protests, but at some point you have to strategize. You have to think about and lay plans. You have to do something about, what you're protesting about. A lot of us know you cannot count on the government for shit. You can't count on the government for anything. They know just about as much as you do, okay? Even maybe even less. All they're doing is collecting data and shit. So they're collecting data on you, they're collecting data on me, they're collecting data on everybody and how they're reacting and what to do in certain situations and experiments and all kinds of shit like that. Like, don't be playing into that shit, all right? Don't play into it. Now, I'm saying like when you go to these protests and you show up, okay? You show up at the protest, like say your piece, say what you got to say, get the energy, share your energy, okay? But at some point, these kind of turn left, okay? And they have insiders, they have people that are in the crowds, and they are not trying, and they're going to try to get a reaction out of you. And I've been to these things. I've gone to these kinds of rallies and things like that, and they are there. Okay, so for me, I don't have a, I don't, I don't have a, I don't have a switch that turns down when it's already cranked up. So I try. It's like my switch is broken. I don't have a. I don't have the switch. I'm sorry. I don't have the switch. I don't react well to those kinds of things because I just hate it. I just don't like it. It grinds my gears because it invokes hatred in me. You know, even more so than the killings. And that's really weird because, like, even more than that, the principle of someone manipulating and doing certain tactics and doing certain things like that, it just doesn't sit well with me at all. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me calm. It doesn't make me easy. It makes me very much on the edge and very much in a bad way. Okay, so I'm just expressing myself on this because I know how some people feel. I know how other people feel about it because I've read everything everybody has to say and I've talked to a lot of people and we're having conversations and they're good. So this is they're good. Okay. So but know that wherever you are, whatever stage that you're in, if you're there or if you're not, okay, you're in the right place. That's the main point that I'm trying to let you guys know. We're being positioned, okay? And a lot of us, while you guys are, doing what you can do to lend your energy to bring something into form here and lend your voice to bring something into form, perfect time, perfect timing, all right? If you feel called to do that at this time, that might be for you, all right? If you feel a certain calling to do it, hell yeah, go. And somebody actually was my one of my new customers, Sanita. She showed me pictures. Oh, shout out to Sanita. She showed me pictures of orbs and shit. Like, orbs, like light orbs. You know what them light orbs mean. A lot of you guys in the spiritual community know what the light orbs mean. Okay, spirit is all the way on this. So spirit is like on it. There's protective beings out there protecting people. Okay, they're protecting you as well, but also you want to evoke divine protection before you go any of these places. Okay, you have to be, your energy has to be ready and you have to be ready and your body got to be ready. And don't think that it's just going to be a picnic in the park, because it's not going to be. You got to be ready to take action in a way that is going to make a statement, okay, in some kind of way, whether it be creative, whether it be poetry, whether it be saying what's on your mind or saying what's on your heart. But those opportunities are being given at these points in times for you to really express and say what you really want to say and say your piece, and it be okay. Because really, we move in kind of a group mind. So I think that a lot of people realize that. Some people were not comfortable in expressing what they really felt or expressing all these things about racism, about violence, about the things in our system and society that should not be accepted and it should end. You know, it's a suffering. It's a slow, silent suffering. Okay, and because we are concerned about making money and we're concerned about breeding and we're concerned about we're concerned about wealth and we're concerned about the future and we're concerned about all of this shit. But here and then now, there are still things that we got to work on before aliens contact us and shit. We looking for aliens and shit and God and shit, but we can't even get this shit right on the earth. Come on now. Aliens coming down here, I'd be ashamed. I would not even come to this ghetto ass planet. Okay? And that's real. I would not even come here. If I wasn't born here, I wouldn't come here. That's how crazy it is. But my spirit, my higher self knew that I was supposed to be here for a certain reason. So I'm here and I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I'm living and alive. But you know, it is what it is. I gotta go to Kuan Yin because my filter is getting off. She's like, okay, you said it off. You said a lot. My filter's going off. Okay. This card is the turquoise mother, and look how she holds the beautiful lotus flower. Thank you, Kuan Yin. This says and I'll show you to the camera too. Okay. This says the old pattern is finally ending, and you are to be lifted from your struggle, freed from the weight of the past. You have learned all that you needed to learn, and now it is time for relief, release, divine protection, and the happiness of a healed heart and peaceful soul. Okay. And that is the point of all of this. So we have to collectively realize that we need to move on to peaceful resolution as a group so that we can heal our group wounds. And this is part of the dirty work of doing that. It's not easy work. It's not all kumbaya work. It's not all work that is easy to do. Okay, we got a lot to really, really heal, and we can't bypass it. We can't spiritually bypass it without addressing it because it's energetic as well. Okay, so um, it goes beyond the physical plane. It goes to a whole another state of plane of being. It goes a little bit deeper. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. But some cycles are coming to an end because it's just time for them to come to an end, and we're learning that that these endings are not always in the ways that we expect, but after the storm, after the clearing of that energy, because that's what we're experiencing. This is what this was all about from the beginning. Like we we knew that certain energy was clearing its way out, and look at all of this shit clearing the way out. Okay, that's what this is for. So just know that, all of this is happening for a reason. I feel like a lot of you guys, okay, so with the Two of Scrolls, I know a lot of you guys have something really valuable to bring to the table. Okay. I know. And it's like, but I feel like also if you're in this in between time, there's a lot going on within. There's a lot going on with you. There's a lot that you have to address for you, okay? And it might be not the right time to to go on an external, okay? If there are some processes happening in you that are sacred and important to you, continue to work. We'll feel it. We feel the energy. Like everybody who's doing that spiritual work and doing the self work, we feel all of that shit. Okay, I gotta take a bath because I feel like I've been running around and I feel like I've been hit by a tractor trailer every day. Like that's the effect of you being an empath. You can feel the shit, and right now it's so strong. You don't even have to be an empath to feel it. You just feel it in the air. You smell it. Okay. All right. Unless you're just completely out there, you just not aware. That's cool, I guess. But whatever. I'm sorry. I'm getting off course again, Kuan Yin. She's like, put me back on course. I got one more Yin card for y'all, and then we're gonna wrap it up because I know my phone is dying. Okay. Kuan Yin, give us a card. Give us a card. Thank you. Okay. This is Tai Chi rising. Okay, you see how the energy is going and lifting up through her. A lot of us are going through this process, and the thing is, if you will look closely, a lot of us feel restless, and a lot of us feel are getting this Kundalini energy activation. So that's what I'm hearing right now. That at this point, a lot of Kundalini energy is being activated right now. So a lot of people are feeling like this raw energy that they feel like they have to release at this time. And it's just the timing of it just overlaps with this incident. And because this incident is being pulsed out to all these media channels, we're all aware of it. So the whole world is aware of this now, you know. For some reason, what happens here really affects a lot of other places. So, you know, we're this fishbowl a little bit. So, but I think something beautiful will come out of this um, because of the energy I see afterwards. The energy I see after this storm is just amazing. But also, you have to balance and ground the energy. You have to feel the energy. The energy has to have some place to go. Okay. And if you aren't used to moving energy through your body, if you're not used to doing any kind of practices to, or any kind of creative practices to um, move your energy around, if you're not dancing, if you're not singing, if you're not getting laid, if you're not, or if you're not taking care of your sexual energy, you know, we go there. I'm sorry. It's after a certain time, I think. Shouldn't be no kids on this. Shouldn't be no one under the age of certain age, 18, on this platform right now. Okay, because we talk a little bit suggestive. But this says your energy field is growing with more spiritual electricity pulsing through your being. Take time to nourish your nervous system as it adjusts with the gentle and be gentle with yourself as you. I'm sorry, I butchered that. Blah 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 blah. Take time to nourish yourself and your nervous system as it adjusts, and be gentle with yourself as you adjust to increasing levels of spiritual potency, which gives more impact to your words, actions, and thoughts. May you be merciful, powerful, and wise in equal measure. Okay, and that's what we have to have, because we have more power now with that energy. That raw energy is very powerful. So what you're doing with it right now is going to be key, and it's going to be paramount to what happens next. Okay, and I know that a lot of you with intricacies in the industry, you are starting to rebuild. You're starting to rebuild your finances. You're starting to rebuild your economy, your personal economy, as well as anything that you're working on that requires work. So that's good too, you know. I'm feeling like with this bird's nest, a lot of needs will be met in very natural ways, or something will come very naturally to you guys. Okay, so but I feel like a lot of you with this Two of Scrolls energy are wondering, like, I have something great to bring. Is it time to bring it out yet? And I feel like for some of y'all, the answer is no. Maybe it's not time to bring what you have to the table out yet. So it's divine timing. Okay, so if you don't feel like it's time, you don't feel like the perfect moment is there, trust that. Okay, and continue to do your self-work, continue to do what you've been doing, especially if you've been working hard, because we're going to need, like, as when this is all past, we're going to need people that are going to be working on the things that matter. Like, we got to build our economy back up. We got to build our personal businesses back up. We got to build a lot of things back up now, you know, because when you're tearing it down, there has to be that planning and rebuilding, and this is where the changes come in. Okay, this is where that real groundwork is going to be real groundwork after that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very hands-on. Trust me. So you're going to need this extra energy push, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. That's it for you guys. I think that we had a good reading. I feel like I said what I had to say, and the spirit also said what they had to say, so that's great too, you know. That's how I like it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on my channel. Okay, to YouTube, this is on YouTube and on Facebook, so thank you for hanging out with me. I just want to show you the candles one more time. I have Blue Lotus candles, so they're done. The label is done as well. The label done. Okay, the label done. Nefera Blue Lotus, it says. And it's a Blue Lotus candle, so it smells so good. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I'm on 10 right now when I sniffed this candle. I wish I had smell-o-vision. Also, I have these lapis lazuli pendants as well, so if you want to support my channel, okay. Ooh, look at that. That's so cool, right? I also make a cord with them, so you get a cord here. I'll show you mine. See, this one's mine. I saved the best one. Of course, I took the best one. And then this is a hem cord that I make as well too. So it's pretty strong. It's not going anywhere. Strong hem cord. It's strong. And so there we go. We got that. I'm going to be putting them out on my Nefera Blue Lotus site soon, so you'll see neferabluelotus.com. It's going to be down there. I had to get on because I felt like I had to address you guys. I felt like I had to talk to you guys because this is a lot for us to handle right now. But if you can kind of like look past it for a minute, you know, be grounded in what's happening now, of course, in your present moment, and love every present moment you got. You know, no matter what it is, no matter what life has, it's right there. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and chilling. I appreciate you guys. My people on YouTube, I'll have the zodiac readings out on my YouTube page. Tomorrow I'll complete them, so I should have them loaded by tomorrow night. I have half of them done, so I'm going to do the other half and upload them to my YouTube, so they'll be there for all the zodiac signs. All right. Thank you guys very much. Also, I am available for personal readings as well. So if you need a personal reading, contact me so we can schedule one. And then let me know when you have some free time, and then we will schedule you a reading, okay? All right, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. I'm signing off. Peace. Peace to YouTube. Peace to Facebook.